Welcome to our Quantum Deep Dive. Today, we're jumping into a topic that's right at the intersection of AI, control theory, and, you guessed it, quantum physics. It's called Quantum Model Predictive Control. We're going to be breaking down a really insightful essay by Jorg O.A. Schneppat, which basically lays out a blueprint for the next generation of truly smart systems.
So, let's start with the big question. Think about it. A self-driving car in bumper-to-bumper traffic, or maybe a smart grid trying to juggle power from solar and wind farms that are, completely unpredictable. How on earth do these things make the absolute best decision right here, right now, when the future's a total unknown and the number of variables is just astronomical, right? That's the huge challenge we're going to unpack today.
And here's our game plan. We're going to kick things off with the modern control challenge, then put two titans, planning and learning, head-to-head. After that, we'll see how jumping into the quantum realm changes everything. From there, we'll piece together the new Q-MPC blueprint, check out some mind-blowing applications, and finally, take a look at the road ahead.
All right, so let's dive into the problem. Our most advanced systems, we're talking robotics, our energy grids, even high-frequency trading and finance, they're all getting so unbelievably complex that our traditional ways of controlling them are just buckling under the pressure. We're basically hitting a massive computational wall.
So why are we hitting this wall? Well, first off, these systems have what we call high-dimensional state spaces. It's a fancy way of saying there are millions of variables to keep track of, like every single joint on a humanoid robot. Then you've got nonlinear dynamics, where one tiny change can cause a gigantic, unpredictable ripple effect. And if that wasn't enough, you have to factor in strict safety rules, pure randomness, and, oh yeah, the fact that our models of the world are never 100% perfect. Put it all together, and you get total computational overload.
So, to wrestle with this beast of a problem, the field has really been dominated by two major approaches. You can think of them as two titans of control theory: planning versus learning. For decades, these have been our go-to strategies. But here's the kicker. Each one has a pretty serious Achilles heel.
Okay, so here's the fundamental trade-off. On one side, you have Model Predictive Control, or MPC. Think of it like a meticulous architect. It's safe, it's structured, and it always follows the rules, which is great. But it's super heavy on computation and needs a perfect blueprint of the world to even work. On the other side, there's reinforcement learning, or RL. This one's more like a brilliant improvising artist. It's incredibly creative and adaptive, learning as it goes. But it needs a staggering amount of practice, and frankly, it can be dangerously unpredictable.
So, let's zoom in on our architect, MPC. The genius of MPC is that it doesn't try to make one single master plan for everything. No way. Instead, it's constantly just looking a little bit into the future, calculating the best possible mini-plan for that short window, taking only the very first step, and then it throws the rest of the plan away and starts the whole process over from scratch.
This whole cycle is called the receding horizon loop. It's kind of like your GPS planning a route through traffic. You only follow the first instruction, like turn left in 200 feet. Then, the instant you've made that turn, it gets all new traffic data and completely replans the entire journey from your new spot. This makes it incredibly robust to change. But here's the catch. Steps 2 and 3, predicting and optimizing all those possible futures, are just brutally expensive from a computational standpoint, especially when you need an answer in like a millisecond.
And then we have our artist, reinforcement learning. Now, RL is different. It doesn't need a map of the world. It learns directly from trial and error, a lot like a toddler learning to walk. It tries something, it gets a reward or a penalty, and it slowly gets better over time. This is absolutely amazing for discovering solutions that no human would ever think of. But the catch is that it can take millions of trials. And while that's fine in a computer simulation, in the real world, a million failures isn't just inefficient, it can be catastrophic. So we've got a safe but slow architect, and a clever but sometimes reckless artist. This is where a third player enters the game, a completely new kind of tool. We're about to enter the quantum realm, and here's the most important thing to get your head around. A quantum computer isn't just a faster version of your laptop. It's not that at all. It computes in a fundamentally entirely different way.
So what's in this new quantum toolkit? Well, instead of bits that are either a 0 or a 1, we have qubits. And thanks to a wild property called superposition, a qubit can be a mix of both 0 and 1 at the same time. Now, if you link a bunch of these together, they can explore an absolutely massive number of possibilities all at once. Remember that brutal computational bottleneck in MPC we just talked about? The one where it has to search for the best possible future? Well, that kind of giant search problem is exactly what quantum computers are uniquely built to do.
Okay,
This is the moment it all comes together. We have the problem, we have our two flawed titans, and we have this incredibly powerful new quantum tool. Now we can finally start to assemble the blueprint for something completely new, Q-MPC.
What if you didn't have to pick a side? What if you could have the best of both worlds? Well, that's exactly the promise of Q-MPC. It's designed to give us the safety of the architect combined with the creativity of the artist, all of it supercharged by a revolutionary new engine.
So here's how we build it. Piece number 1. We start with that solid, reliable foundation from Model Predictive Control. This gives us our safe, structured framework. It's the part that respects all the rules and keeps everything from going off the rails.
But remember, MPC's big weakness is that it needs a perfect model of the world, which never really exists. So to fix that, we bring in piece number 2, the adaptive learning of reinforcement learning. This is what lets the system constantly update and improve its own internal map based on what's actually happening in the real world. Suddenly, it's not so rigid anymore. It can learn. And now for the final game-changing ingredient, the power of quantum optimization. This is the turbocharger. It's custom-built to attack that single massive bottleneck we keep talking about, the part where NPC has to evaluate countless possible futures in the blink of an eye. This is what makes the whole system actually workable for insanely complex, real-time problems.
So there you have it. When you put all those pieces together, you get Q-MPC. It's a true hybrid system that grabs the safety from MPC, the adaptability from RL, and the raw speed of quantum computing to blast through that core optimization problem. It's a synthesis designed to be way more powerful than any of its individual parts.
Okay, so this sounds pretty incredible in theory, right? But it's not just a fascinating thought experiment. Where could we actually use this? Let's talk about a few real-world applications that could be completely transformed.
In robotics, the implications are just staggering. A robot powered by Q-MPC could plan these incredibly complex, fluid movements on the fly, the kinds of actions that are just computationally impossible today. Imagine a search and rescue drone navigating a chaotic, collapsed building with genuine foresight. We're talking about robots that are not just more efficient, but fundamentally safer for us to be around.
Or take our energy grids. With renewables like solar and wind being so unpredictable, managing the grid is becoming this immense real-time optimization puzzle. A Q-MPC controller could analyze millions of variables instantly to perfectly balance supply and demand, actually predict failures before they happen, and ultimately create a much more stable and efficient energy system for all of us.
Now, this might be the most mind-bending application of all. It's a meta one, using Q-MPC to control the very quantum computers it's running on. You see, qubits are super fragile and prone to errors. By using Q-MPC to manage them with incredible precision, we could make our quantum hardware more stable and more powerful, creating this amazing feedback loop where the technology improves itself. This all sounds fantastic, but we need to ground ourselves in reality here for a second. This is a vision for the future, and the journey is really just getting started. So let's be honest about the challenges that are still on the road ahead. Right now, we are in what's called the Noisy Intermediate Scale Quantum Era, or NISQ for short. And that noisy part is key. It basically means today's quantum computers are small, they're prone to errors, and they're just not perfect yet. We also just don't have enough high-quality qubits to go around. On top of that, Q-MPC, for all its power, is still only as good as the model it has of the world. And finally, we still need to do the hard math to formally prove that these super complex hybrid systems are actually stable and safe in all conditions.
So we want to leave you with this final thought. Q-MPC isn't really about a speed upgrade. It's a paradigm shift. It's about getting a handle on a level of complexity that, up until now, has just been totally out of our reach. So the real question isn't just about making our current systems better. It's about asking, what new frontiers will we master when our machines can finally, truly plan for uncertainty?
This deep dive was based on the visionary work of Jürg Owe Schneppat. If you want to go even further, we highly recommend visiting his website at schneppat.de. Thank you so much for joining us.
Schneppat.de is a private project by Jürg Owe Schneppat dedicated to promoting quantum technology. Its mission is to present knowledge in a way that is clear, precise, and transparent for those just starting out, as well as for experts who wish to deepen their expertise. He firmly believes that education and access to well-structured information are the keys to unlocking the full potential of this future technology. If his work helps you realize your own visions and actively and consciously shape quantum technology, then the goal of his project has been achieved.